Kutzer with the Orvis Fly Fishing Schools. Today I'm going to show you how to use a stripping basket. These stripping baskets right here, they look a little funny, but they do help you get a little bit more distance, and more importantly, they help you control that line a little bit easier. I like to striper fish a lot, and there's a lot of times where I'm standing on a jetty, there could be waves crashing, and if you have your line stripped out on the ground, those waves could grab that line, get it all tangled up into rocks. These stripping baskets are a great tool to use. What they do is they help manage your line. So when you want to make that longer cast, that line is coming out of that basket rather than out of the water, rather than off those rocks. You can make that longer cast and that line kind of zips right up. One great advantage to these stripping baskets, or one great feature that these stripping baskets have, are actually all these cones right here. These cones are there because when I strip this line in, that line will kind of wrap around those cones, and that prevents it from tangling up. So as I strip this line in, those cones are kind of separating that line a little bit, stacking it down there nicely so it doesn't tangle up when I make that cast. Now that I have all that line stripped in, now I'm going to begin this cast, and notice how that line doesn't tangle up. And it just fires right out. So when you're using this stripping basket though, there's a few things you have to keep in mind. How you strip. Okay, now that you have this bucket right here, you want to make sure you get your line in that bucket. So there's a few different ways to do it. You can simply do just your normal strip right here. What I tend to do is lift my rod up a little bit higher, and I like to kind of hold it a little bit to the side. This is great for a one-handed strip. I can hold this rod tip up very high. Remember, keep that rod tip low so you can feel that strike, and then just make a long strip right here. Strip, strip, strip. And we can just begin to strip that line back in, coming back to that length or that easy length to pick up and cast again. Once we get that line stripped in, or we're beyond, or we stripped in past where all the fish are hanging out, well, then we can make that cast again. That line's in a good position, or it's in that basket right there. We can make that longer cast and deliver that fly out to those fish, and that line comes out without being tangled. Another technique that I like to see, actually, a fellow by the name of Coop, right here, here's a sticker. Coop's got a technique that I've seen him use before. It's a very good technique. He actually takes the rod and puts it underneath his arm, rod tip low, and then he does a two-handed strip to bring this line in. You can do a fast two-handed strip. You can do kind of an erratic two-handed strip. Just make a quick jerk. You can do a slow two-handed strip. This is a great technique when you're fishing at night. Just cast it out and just pull it over hand. It kind of gives that fly a steady motion and just crawls it in. This is a great technique with these stripping baskets. So there's kind of two ways to have this stripping basket. For this two-handed strip, I like to have it kind of up high right here in front of me. That kind of keeps it out of the water a little bit, and I can begin to just strip this line in. Or if I'm going to strip one-handed, what I tend to do is kind of wear it a little bit to the side, push it down just a little bit, and that allows me to get that hand up and make a little bit of a longer, more aggressive strip. Just like this. And that's how you use a stripping basket, and hopefully that'll help you catch a few more fish.